Yeah.
Level up. Paul George finally misses.
We can correct ourselves, and I'll do the same, right?
Yep.
Deli, Harrison is the only one in the regular rotation as Malik knocks down that triple with significant playoff experience. But I will say this, because we got to give Deli credit. He really has been instrumental to this team, despite the fact that he hasn't played a ton of minutes. He is so critical to their success because of his experience and his leadership.
That early season game in Charlotte when he hit a couple of big shots down the stretch when Fox was out. Gordon wedges one. So good to see the three-point shooting misfire on the last couple of attempts.
Yeah. Hope it looks like that for the rest of the way.
And by the way, Katie, it's okay. I do it a lot. It's okay to correct yourself. It's never the crime. It's the cover-up.
It's the cover-up. Hey, listen. I listen to a lot of true crime, so you know what? I will agree with you on that.
Kawhi Leonard, forever stoic on the bench with 38 tonight. He's only missed twice in 15 attempts. Sacramento right there, though, down by just 4 with possession.
You got to say, though, that the NBA world is better when he's playing well.
Oh, tough bucket by Malik Monk. A little bit of flex on the way back. The lead is down to 2. Paul George out front. Terrence Mann with a show and go. Back out to Batum. One more to Gordon. Inside man with a slam.
That was really, really nice ball movement by the Clippers, and they did it on the perimeter. And the way that they've been shooting the ball, you're in scramble mode, and that opened up that cut to the rim for Terrence Mann.
Terrence Davis starts the 4th quarter here for Sacramento. Big night last night off the bench at 20. Monk goes around the world, gets into the paint, the kick out, and Mitchell splashes the 3. Davion Mitchell makes it a 1-point contest. Powell, one more to the corner. Eric Gordon knocks down the 3 ball. That is their 21st three-pointer in 33 attempts. Monk off the drag screen by Metu. Got into the lane, and that's going to be a foul against Eric Gordon. That's the first team foul.
And Malik letting Eric Gordon know,
you got me, bro.
Hey, there's proof right here across my forearm.
I'm missing skin.
I need to convince you, but Davion Mitchell knocking down that triple. They have gone to the corner 3 so much in this game and had success, but on the other end, so has the Clippers.
Monk at the free throw line. He's reached double-figure scoring in 8 of his last 9 games. Successfully returning from that ankle injury that had him miss 2. Makes the first to make it a 3-point contest.
That
5th in total points off the bench in the NBA.
That road trip, the 7-gamer right before the break, ended up being really important for Malik Monk because it gave him an opportunity to get a little momentum, get himself right, and he has not looked back.
Good show on Paul George. Throws one to man in the corner. Shot clock at 10 to 2. Wow. That is the 3rd tough 3 that he's made that's been contested, Katie.
This is ridiculous. I will say he's shooting 38% from deep this season. He can shoot the ball, but this entire team just cannot miss from outside.
Davis off the dribble handoff. Staring down Paul George. 5 on the shot clock. Got to go to work. Terrence Davis pulls the 3. Laces it. And it's a 2-point game. So the 3-point shooting party continues. Hey, by the way, the Kings have made 13 of 28 tonight. Look for 46%. Metu switches on to Paul George. A couple of crossovers. And 1. Wow. That's a tough cover. Look at that shot, fading away, Katie.
It's that corner 3 that both teams are finding that spot and able to get it off, but right there from the top, Terrence Davis knocking down the triple, and you're right, it is a tough cover to be able to defend Paul George when he gets it on the deck and has a full steam ahead.
128-123. Cross court to Lyles. Little screen from Metu. Monk got fouled again by Eric Gordon. Malik's going to show missing skin on his arm to either Batum or Eric Gordon.
I have to
just in case. Yeah, you got my arm. Yeah. Tell him, Malik.
I love how the Kings have responded. Because in the first half of this game, it was the Clippers who were repeatedly getting to the free throw line. The Kings, at one point, it was a 7-20 disadvantage.
Yeah.
And they have come out, and the way they've responded is continue to attack, force the officials to have to call the foul, get to the free throw line. And right now, they've attempted 25, and the Clippers just 22. So 2 total in the second half.
Sabonis on the bench with 5 fouls. Monk left that second foul shot on the front rim. 4-point lead for the Clippers. Monk and Paul George engaged in a little bit of gum bumping, talking amongst each other.
That is one of Malik's skills that people do not know about.
Man on the way. Mitchell, tough cover against PG. Knocked it away, took his cornbread. The bounce pass to Lyles, and he couldn't score the layup. Wow. It might have been partially blocked.
How about that steal? Just taking it right out of Paul George's hands.
They hit Paul George with a double. Mann got into the lane, put his shoulder into Monk, and tipped in his own miss. Boy, Terrence Mann, a real self-made player out of Florida State. Monk out front. Into the corner to Mitchell. Baseline out to Davis. 3-ball good, pure, perfect.
It's got to be something about the rims in this building right now. Both teams.
Sacramento has made 14. Clippers 22, 36 total threes. Look at Mitchell move his feet. Almost got another steal. Good rotation. Mann sprays it out to Powell. And off the turnover, it's a 2-on-1. Davis raising up. And Lyles with the tip-in follow. And Sacramento has whittled the lead down to a tenuous 1 point. 7:25 to go. We got a timeout. Go here at Crypto.com Arena. Corner of 7th Street and Figueroa. Westbrook into the front court. Fox checked back into the ball game during that last break.
And what's so important about the run that the Kings were able to make going into that last timeout is they did it without both De'Aaron and Domas on the floor. And PG, he is going to get himself to the free throw line right here. And the Kings still having a hard time figuring out how to stop both he and Kawhi Leonard. The pick and roll action at the top, you know, I mean, it's difficult when you got skilled players like that and you're trying to rotate over, you're leaving yourself in a bad way defensively.
That's as tough a bucket as you can see tonight from everybody. Paul George with 2 Kings hanging on his arms, literally able to finish. Sabonis coming back into the ball game, folks. Mark it down with 7:13 to go, and Sacramento down by just 3 points. Paul George at the free throw line. He's got 5 fouls. Keep that in mind.
He has not been on the floor since the last 3 minutes of the third quarter, so that is a significant period of time he has had to sit on the bench.
Lead is 4. Mitchell will bring it into the front court. Paul George guarding Fox. Now Batum switches on to him. Mitchell into the corner. Lyles drives baseline. Shot clock at 5, and they turn it over. George puts his head down, sprays it out to Batum. That's his office. And he keeps punching that time clock. That is the 4th three-pointer that he's made from that exact same spot in the second half. He's
from the field, got a couple of steals to go along with it, but it is like an Old West shootout here in downtown LA.
You know, Katie, the skill level of NBA players is indescribable at times, and you're seeing why tonight. Out of the timeout, the Kings turn it over. They couldn't get it to Sabonis. Clippers on the move. There's the hot guy, made a pass, a whirling pass by Leonard, and there's a clip for the highlight reel. No pun intended. Wow. Kawhi Leonard spun in midair and found his team.
This is just indicative of really how the shooting has been for the entire game. Not a single person on that Clippers roster has had an off night from long range, as Harrison Barnes is going to get called for the travel.
another look at this pass, folks. If you don't think this is difficult, try it sometime without hurting yourself and going to urgent care. I mean, that's a difficult pass.
That is a difficult pass. It's just court awareness, getting it to the spot, and having the trust to know that your teammates are going to be where they need to be.
Paul George and one, fouled by Terrence Davis. Davis telling Natalie Sago, the official, that George kicked his right leg out. Incredulous right now at how that call went against him. Let's take another look. Watch his right leg.
Absolutely kicks his right leg out. That is not a natural basketball shooting motion. That is illegal by the written law in the NBA. But I'm going to tell you what, you're going to get some advantages when you're a multi-time All-Star. I mean, Kings need to play through this stuff, and this is a good test for them to prepare them for the postseason.
George completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 13. Got to be in the books for one of the highest scoring games this season.
And this is a 12-0 run by this Clippers team since the 7:25 mark of this quarter.
Fox pulls up like work. Thought I heard somebody say workout. De'Aaron Fox, 10 of 12, now 11 of 13 from the field. He's got 29.
That's the first time the Kings have gotten a shot off. They've had 3 straight turnovers, so it's really important that you're hitting shots.
Westbrook with a bucket. He's got a double-double. 13-point lead. Either team getting stopped, so the Kings not out of it. But you can't get back in it by giving the ball to the other team. Here's Leonard. Spins on Fox. Oh, Fox peeled him clean. On the break, De'Aaron with the offhand, couldn't cash. Great effort, though. Fox with 29 tonight. Rare miss by them. Sabonis showing at the level. They double-team George. Take it out of his hands. Westbrook finds the open man. Powell fires. Kings get the miss.
It's almost shocking when they miss a 3 at this point.
Feels that way, right?
Yeah.
Monk. Boy, Sabonis had to go right through his hands. Taps his jersey, says, my bad.
Mark, I mean, that's 5 turnovers for the Kings in less than 3 minutes of action. And that has been the difference in why this Clippers team has been able to go on the run that they have.
George splits the double. And got fouled by Monk. Boy, this team is invariable. Both teams, but especially the Clippers, just keep coming with all of this firepower and ordnance. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Sacramento right there, though. Hey, Kings fans, we're giving you the opportunity to win 2 tickets to a Kings home game this season. Subscribe to the Kings Insider newsletters for the chance to cheer your Kings in the final stretch of the season. Go to kings.com/email to subscribe today.
Plenty of time left in this game right now, but what it comes down to, Mark, is the Kings have to make sure that they are getting a crack at the rim. On the offensive end, they cannot continue to turn the ball over and make up this amount of a discrepancy. So they got to get good looks and try and string together some stops on the defensive end.
In the new NBA, a 14-point lead is like a 7-point lead. Monk had it blocked by George. Right to Barnes. He left it short. Sabonis got his own rebound and puts it home with emphasis. Leads down to 12, under 4 minutes to play. Fox digging in his heels, getting in a defensive stance. Batum finds Westbrook, and he missed it. Monk walks into the 3, splashdown. And timeout, Ty Lue. Matchups against Bucks, Celtics, best record in the NBA. The Suns, who now have KD, who I've told is pretty good, KD.
I've heard he's pretty good. Partner, I think you're going to have to call in like a sub to read these promos. I mean, this is like
with the score,
scrolls, you know what I'm saying?
I know, right? Leonard, that's a 40. Kawhi Leonard, 14 of 16. Monk went to Barnes, retrieved it, a little bit strong. Kings get another chance. Fox, one more to Murray. They run him off the three-point line. His sidestep three is no good, and here's Russ. Under 3 minutes to go. Sacramento down by 11. Good hands by Fox, and he commits the turnover. Helps the turnover.
Coming up big in big moments, but Kawhi Leonard, talk about carrying a massive load. He has got a 40-piece.
And De'Aaron Fox has 31, just like 24 hours ago. That's his 6th consecutive game, folks, with 30 or more. And man, he took Paul George's lunch money again for a layup.
You cannot tell me that that man is not a better defender. He did that without a shoe on.
Yeah, he blew a tire. De'Aaron Fox going to take a foul or not? No, he doesn't need to. Who needs shoes? Another steal. Murray slams it home, and the Sacramento Kings, with one last frenetic, furious push here, have cut it to 5. And an offensive foul against the Clippers. The Clippers imploding due to the Kings' pressure.
That is 4 straight turnovers, and 2 of them are steals. De'Aaron Fox's defense is turned up here down the stretch, and he is carrying this team. And Keegan Murray stepping in, creating it, and going all the way down for the dunk. Again, multiple dribbles on that one. I saw it.
He did it with one shoe. Sacramento on a 6-0 run. Their hopes have been reborn. Fox downhill to the paint, got it! 4th quarter, Fox is real, folks. The most clutch player in clutch time in the NBA has made it a 3-point game.
He scored, what, 6 points in less than a minute?
Feels like even more. Yep. Sabonis showing at the level. They almost had a steal. Batum for 3. He finally misses Fox. They can come to within 1 or tie on a 3. Guarded by Leonard for the tie. Fox! Barnes kept it alive. Fox, one more chance. Passed up the look. Into Sabonis. And it's a 1-point game. The Sacramento Kings, a furious, frenetic, frenzied, wild rally. Just when it looked like they were dead, they're back from the tomb. They've turned over the Clippers 4 times in the last 5 possessions. We got a whistle contact, and it's going to be a foul against Sacramento, against Harrison Barnes. That's his 3rd personal. And that's going to put Paul George on the free throw line. And this hotly contested 1-point game. Paul George on the season. Pretty good free throw shooter, 87%.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty good. I would take it. It's all right.
Still a 1-possession game any way you look at it.
What you want to see from the Kings is obviously make sure on the offensive end that you're taking great care of the ball, getting quality looks, and it's going to be really important to defend without fouling the rest of the way.
Amongst other things, De'Aaron Fox has shown wonderful, enduring stamina tonight. He's got to be a little bit gassed, giving that kind of energy at both ends. For the tie! Left that a little bit short. Maybe that's a little bit of that fatigue. Left it on the front rim. 1 minute to go. Westbrook into the front court. Inside, Leonard with a catch. One more, Batum for 3. Rebounded by Murray. The Kings alive.
Kings have 78 points in the paint. I want to see them touch the paint.
De'Aaron stops and fires over to Monk. Monk inside, whistle and foul. And Malik Monk will try and make it a 1-point game.
And that is where the Kings have been exceptional tonight. is their ability to put it on the floor, to get past defenders. They've gotten to the free throw line. They've gotten there 26 times tonight. This will be 27 and 28. I want to see them touching the paint the rest of the way.
Monk is the best free throw shooter on this team, at a little over 90%. Either way, Katie, they don't need to foul. They can just play good defense.
Absolutely.
With 33.4 to go, no need to foul. It's a one-point contest. Malik Monk knocks down the free throw. He's got 28. Barnes tasked with guarding Kawhi Leonard. The game's high score with 40. They run a double team and take it out of his hands. Over to Powell. Westbrook, shot clock down to 7. He crosses over, got inside and made the layup. A burst of speed by Russell Westbrook.
Egg on your face.
See what they do. Barnes to trigger. Out to Fox. Guarded by Powell. Fox crosses over. Elevates. Got the bucket inside. It's a one-point game. And Fox fouls immediately. It's against De'Aaron Fox. Fouled right away. Man, he gets whatever he wants.
Yeah, and they're not going to try and give him the opportunity to get to the free throw line in that situation. They kind of let him walk down. They vertically challenged at the rim, but were very careful not to foul Paul George at the line.
Sacramento has a timeout remaining. George at the line. It's a two-point game. This is a big one here. Sacramento can take a timeout and advance if they choose. It's a three-point Clipper lead. Timeout Mike Brown and the Kings. They'll advance, you would think, with 8.5 to go. Inbound. Barnes, Murray, Fox, and Sabonis on the floor with Monk. It's out to Fox. Got a screen, turns the corner. They try to run the hammer. Monk for the tie. Got it! Splash down! Clippers without a timeout. Leonard for the win. He drew iron. We'll play 5 more. Mike Brown drew up some hammer action and found Monk after De'Aaron Fox drove baseline. Here's another look.
And watch this. They give De'Aaron Fox the lane to the rim. They want him to take the bait and take that shot, but no. Malik Monk relocating, slides up the sideline, knocks down the triple, and he dances it off.
Malik Monk with a big bucket. He's got 31, and this has been a historic type of game and event. And the bench loved it too. He's got 37.
And a lot of this is going to go on how the Kings are able to defend the 3-ball here in overtime, because that has been a strength for this Clippers team throughout the course of this game.
Fox D'ing up on George. Good contest. And a big-time shot by PG-13. While George tonight has 32. Fox quickly at the other end got fouled by Kawhi Leonard. And De'Aaron Fox, he is in attack mode. He is on one tonight.
I'm sorry, but you are going full speed downhill against a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, one of the best two-way players in this game, and you just had him spun. Absolutely spun.
Fox tonight at the free throw line. You know, he's been brilliant tonight, right? But he's left a few points at the foul line. Got to finish your breakfast, knock that one down. He's got 38. Sabonis tasked with guarding Batum. Here's Leonard, guarded by Barnes. Fox up into George. The double team on one more. Westbrook inside. Leonard on the baseline. Wow, he used a whole bunch of iron. Kind of looked like that big shot he made in his Raptor days in the playoffs. 3-point lead. Monk crossed over Westbrook. His float game is pure. Malik Monk on a heater. He's got 33. 1-point deficit facing the Kings. And running that action to get Leonard with the ball right there near the elbow. Here's George, guarded by Fox. Good defense by Fox. Westbrook finally makes a three. The first connection from deep tonight. He's 1 of 4.
He's got 15 points, 11 assists in this game, and I think Tyree's got to be pleased with that.
Monk turned the corner. Sabonis battling, couldn't get the rebound. Boy, that thing was almost down for Monk. And that's going to be a foul against Sabonis. That's number 6. And his night is over. Domas really never got untracked and in a good flow tonight. He fouls out with 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. For anyone else, that would be a fantastic night, right, Katie?
Absolutely. It's been a frustrating night for sure, but this game is really important for so many reasons. This team, the Clippers, are in 4th coming into this game right behind the Kings. This is somebody that come postseason, it's going to be a potential matchup.
Yes.
And this is good experience. You're going to look back at this game film and you're going to see how you can avoid the situation that they were able to put you in tonight, getting you in foul trouble.
Well, there was a recent game where Sabonis fouled out and the Kings were still able to win late. Paul George missed both, but Batum sneaks in for the rebound tip. And that is a devastating, perilous blow.
It's a 2-possession game, plenty of time.
Fox, workout, missed it, tipped in by Metu and 1. Boy, Chimezie Metu pounding the glass. Here's the tip in by Batum. He pushed Metu right under the bucket.
It's just the size advantage, right? Kings are, playing a little bit small now with Metu at the 5, but he makes up for it on the other end and answers right back.
Sacramento can't afford to leave points at the foul line. They're 24-31 tonight. Still very much in it, down by just 4.
Chimezie, an 80% free throw shooter, but not a volume free throw shooter.
Barnes with good defense. They get the miss. Monk in a foot race. Malik elevates and punches it home. Oh, they shot him out of a cannon. Malik Monk.
Malik is 6'3", and what does he have? 4 or 5 dunks in this game?
He is fast twitching all over the court tonight. Leonard above the circle, working against Barnes. It's a season high 35 for Monk. Oh man, that's going to be a foul against Barnes on the reach, right when the shot clock was winding down and they were running out of options.
I think this is one of the things that the NBA needs to look at as you see the great explosion in the dunk by Malik Monk. When you go into an overtime situation in the league, if you've already used your challenge, you should get a challenge back.
Great point.
That is something that they need to really think about doing next year.
I'm with you on that rule change. And an offensive foul going to go against Norman Powell on the illegal screen on Harrison Barnes. So it'll be Sacramento ball down 2 with possession.
Absolutely, it's the extension of the elbow right there, just laid him out. Malik Monk celebrating in the corner.
That was a misdemeanor. 2:03 to go.
Certainly deserves a background check for sure.
Fox one-on-one against Powell. Little in and out dribble, raises up. Butter, straight butter. De'Aaron Fox. First-time All-Star, notched it at 162.
I think he needs to change his middle name legally. De'Aaron fourth quarter Fox. It's got to happen.
Patting on that. Back out to Batum. Tipped by Fox. 8 on the shot clock. George ran over. That's a charge. Oh, and Tony Brothers called a block on Chimezie Metu.
And
And Mike Brown is apoplectic on the sidelines.
This goes back to the challenge, right? Chimezie not moving. Look how high up he is. That is a call that is a benefit of the doubt to a guy that is a multi-time All-Star and a guy that is a backup center off the bench that averages 11 minutes.
Sometimes the math is like that. George knocks down the first free throw. It is 163 to 162. I never wanted to end. This is fun. He's got a playoff vibe to it. Paul George makes it 164-162. 1.5 to go.
Kind of need an IV after this game.
We'll just borrow the one that Fox is going to use afterwards. He's expended a lot of energy. Drives baseline, lost it out of bounds. A night where he's done everything correct. One of his few miscues right there. Murray in a stance against Westbrook. They've got Fox on George. Barnes on Leonard. They double team Leonard. Westbrook, the open guy. No travel called. Batum misfires Fox in the open court. Floater blocked by Leonard. Wow. Kawhi Leonard with those long hands and fingers got just enough of that floater by Fox. Playing with his food, gives it to George. The jumper is going to be off, way off. Batum runs it down. Here's Fox. Cross court, Monk had a notion. The three on the way. And Metu with an offensive rebound. One more opportunity. Monk drives it against Westbrook, got clobbered. And Malik Monk will go to the free throw line in an attempt to tie the game at 164 with 20.4 to play. That's Sacramento's best foul shooter.
Malik Monk has just been entirely, thoroughly frustrating to this Clippers defense. His ability to get inside, get to the paint. He's got multiple dunks tonight, and he's going for double-digit free throw attempts right now.
Makes the first, Katie. Make it a one-point game. Plumlee comes in. Murray comes out. Mitchell comes in for defense. It's going to be interesting to take inventory of the matchups here when the Clippers have the ball.
Both teams with 2 timeouts, so you can do a little offense for defense.
And it's tied at 164. Ty Lue calls time out. If you think this feels like April or even May and the playoffs, you are not mistaken, because that's the vibe inside the building tonight for a couple of top 4 teams in the Western Conference. Mitchell is in the ball game during the break. He's guarding Westbrook. They've used Westbrook's man to double team, but this time it's Metu. Westbrook open. Shot clock at 5. Paul George behind his back against Fox. Double team for the win. And we'll play 5 more. The tip was no good. And they get the stop when it matters most. The Kings showed that late in games, they are one of the top defensive rated teams in the NBA. 4th quarter and overtime. Look at Fox move his feet.
Schematically, how they handled that, having Davion Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox, your 2 fastest guys out there, 2 franchises. We've got the guys in the trunk. They're thumbing through all the record books, like
through Elias and everything.
Yes.
And the meter's still running. 164 all. Fox guarded by Batum. Gonna go to work on Westbrook. That midi a little bit off. Another chance for Monk. Fox had it knocked out of bounds by Leonard. Got to be mindful with those quick hands of Kawhi. Looks like we're going to have Trey Lyles check into the ball game. Lyles comes in for Metu. Sacramento Kings 1 point away from tying a franchise record for points. Barnes thought about it. Lyles on the pick and pop. Murray with the step back. The confident rookie had a good look at it. Don't have a problem with that shot.
Well, he had to get it off.
Yeah, had a hand grenade, and Westbrook got all the way through the lane. Fox back with pace. Monk for the lead. Butter, baby! Malik Monk makes it 167-166. And Monk got himself a 40-piece.
You've got De'Aaron Fox with 40. Malik Monk with 40 off the bench. That is 72 bench points for the Kings tonight. My goodness.
Westbrook over to Powell. Wow, he hit nothing but nylon. The shooting here is immaculate. Precise. Pristine. Monk off the screen. Lyles flipped the screen for Monk. Elevates, took the hit, and got the bucket. Malik Monk got that bounce in his step tonight. He feels invincible. Tied at 169.
Don't expect a call the rest of the way. Just play like the whistle is not going to blow.
Foul pops out. Drew the foul on Lyles. It's going to be on the ground, they say. Malik Monk has found his second and third win here. And his stroke.
And he had a while to get that in his vision, square it up.
5 for 10 from deep. 9 of 10 from the line. Not to mention the clutch free throws he's made tonight. Here's Kawhi, guarded by Barnes. Fake the double team. Westbrook inside. They turn it over. Lyles up to Fox. Fox. And he lost it. Leonard spins and fires. Clippers by 2.
He's been absolutely flawless.
Was De'Aaron complaining that it was a kick? He's looking at Tony Brothers upset.
He is upset about something right now.
Lyles for the lead. And Trey Lyles has made those all season long. No problem with him pulling the trigger on that. He's a 36% three-point shooter. They double team Leonard. Plumlee, short roll out to Westbrook. Passed it up. Shot clock down to 3. Plumlee slams it in. The lead is 4 for the Clippers. Fox on the move. Wow, got blocked by Leonard. Plumlee inside. Here's Powell. And a foul called by Natalie Sagal. Let's take a look at what De'Aaron Fox was incensed about. He's dribbling. Oh, it went off of Russell Westbrook's foot. And that's how the turnover occurred. But that in itself.
So it should have been a kick. Yeah, I think he's saying it should have been a kick ball, but then he collected it. So, no, I mean, I think, not 100% sure, but I don't think that's a violation.
Powell at the line makes the first. Lead is 5. Lyles comes out. Metu comes back in. Sacramento with Barnes, Metu, Murray, Fox, and Monk on the floor. Powell makes both, and the lead is up to 6. Plenty of time. Monk with a career-high 42. Guarded by Leonard. They got the claw on him. Barnes flashes into the lane and draws the foul on Westbrook. I like that little wrinkle that Mike Brown added. Flashing Barnes to the free throw line, the nail. And that's going to be the 6th foul against Westbrook. His evening is over. So in the final tally, he ends up with 17 points, 14 assists, 5 rebounds. You would have to deem his debut a success.
Just listen to the audience. I think that is the biggest litmus test, right? I mean, we've been here in this building multiple times when he was a member of the Lakers, and the boos, the amount of boos that we heard from the Laker crowd when he was a member of that team. So I think that's probably a very welcome sign for Russell Westbrook to get that response from this crowd.
I spoke to 2 of his former coaches and 2 of his former teammates in the last couple of days. Everybody had brilliant, wonderful, complimentary things to say about what a great teammate Westbrook has been.
He just was not a good fit for that team, and that's the reality of the situation. Sometimes you got to accept the loss.
6-point lead for the Clippers. Barnes draws the foul on Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon got that strong body. He's built like a fullback.
Harrison has more patience than me. He has more control over his temper than I do. I mean, this is straight up like a boxing match down there. Harrison just walks away, very presidential of him.
Yes. Always very stately in his countenance and his demeanor. 9 points. Knocks down the first to make it a 5-point game. I'll tell you what, Clyde has kept Harrison Barnes in the latter stage of this game, has done a pretty good defensive job on Kawhi Leonard.
Absolutely.
He's made him work. The lead is down to 4 for the Clippers. Gordon into the front court, guarded by Monk. Barnes denying Leonard the ball. They're using up time on the shot clock, which is great for Sacramento. Good defense on the edge. Powell got into the paint, missed it. Loose ball, Fox out of the pack. Monk raises up for 3. Splash! Malik, a jump shooting freak tonight.
You are going to be bruised and battered on your right arm, partner, by the end of this one. I apologize right now, but I can barely contain myself. Malik Monk is playing out of his mind, and this Kings team has been fantastic.
Plumlee turned it over. Mitu up to Fox. There's the hot hand for the lead.
Wow, even when the crowd, the hometown crowd was like, oh!
No problem with that heat check by Monk. They double team Leonard. Into Plumlee. He got his pocket picked by Fox. And here comes Mr. Fourth Quarter. In and out dribble. Raises up. Butter, baby! Fourth quarter Fox. Activated. Alive. Ascending. Sacramento leads by 1.
Malik Monk has just been absolutely lights out in this game, knocking down the 6th triple of the night. 45 for Malik, and then De'Aaron Fox, who has just carried, implored, it willed this team back into, again, we're in the second overtime. We did not know that we were going to get to overtime, and Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox are so much of the reason why, and they're amped right now.
Sacramento on a 7-0 run. Harrison Barnes seeking some late game infusion of nutrition and energy there on the bench. It's been that type of night. What a wild game from wherever you're watching. How can you not love this type of basketball? Monk with 45 points, 32 coming in the second half. De'Aaron Fox with a 42-piece to go along with 12 dimes.
When you talk about clutch players in this league, De'Aaron Fox is #1 in clutch points in this league.
Tell him again.
And the fact that we have gone to 2 overtime games, he willed them back in at the end of the 4th quarter. Overtime number 2. That man right there is on a whole nother level. There is not another player in this league that plays better than De'Aaron Fox in the clutch, and he is putting on a show tonight.
Gotta watch the matchups here coming out of the timeout. Batum will inbound. Barnes glued, inextricable from Kawhi Leonard. All over him right now. Leonard flashes to the ball. It's tipped by Metu. Almost got himself a steal. Good strategy, Katie, right, to deny pressure on the inbounder, right?
You've got massive pressure on the inbounder, someone that's very long, athletic, leaping and jumping. Almost worked out for you.
Leonard on the catch. 2 dribbles, raises up, short, rebounded by Metu. Fox with the rebound. There's a 5-second difference between the shot and game clock. Kings up by 1. Terrence Mann trying to stick De'Aaron Fox, who's got 42. It's closing time. They run a double at him. Loses it, retrieves it, got it in the air, and missed. 5 seconds to go. 6.1 to go. They put a little bit of time back on the clock. Batum to trigger for the Clippers. Gordon, Mann, Powell, And Leonard, they try to hit Powell. Back out to Batum for three. It's off. Rebounded. The Kings storm into LA and come up from the tomb to win this. They resurrect their hopes late in the game. Revived. Reinvigorated. Reborn. Malik Monk with 45 points in a historic win for Sacramento. They get the stop at the end, Katie.
They were able to do it on the backs of two guys, De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk, and they came up on the defensive end as well. The team as a whole did a great job, but you have to take your hats off to what De'Aaron Fox was able to do and how Malik Monk stepped up to the plate. Game high, 45 points. You have Kawhi Leonard with 44, De'Aaron Fox with 42. This is a game that I will never forget.